Welcome back agents to another 0 hour Intel video. Today we are going over the main improvements and new features that are being implemented in the latest 0 hour update. This is the first major content update since the early access release of the game, and although the team had already released a few pretty good hotfixes and updates that included some quality of life improvements and bug fixes, this first major content update implements quite a few things that are going to change several ways of playing 0 hour. But this update also includes 4 new gadgets, 2 on the defending side and 2 on the attacker side. Let's start with the Nightvisions. The transition to the Nightvision is pretty good, not too slow and definitely not too fast like you have in some games. Instead you get a nice fade to the Nightvision with the goggles adapting to the ambient light for a second or so. The effect is also pretty good, giving you this nice blue greenish color effect that I like very much. The visibility is pretty clear at close range, but you lose a bit on the quality when you're on the long range, making the night visions extremely good in close quarter but slightly weaker in the long range, which might be a challenge when playing on the underground garage on bank or in some of the corridors on hotel trouble as well. To counter the night vision, the defenders get the flare sticks, which can be either held in your hand when you hold G or thrown like you would be throwing a grenade. Flares stay on the ground and activated for about 30 seconds I believe, and it's pretty obvious effect. You'd want to keep that one for when you are sure the attackers are pretty close to you and actually using night visions. It's really great when you use them, especially when they actually use the breaker switch, because you can deny access to really small areas like a corridor. It will make things really hard for the attackers to see anything until the flare is gone, thus forcing them to waste a lot of time. The defenders also get the door blockers, which prevents anyone from opening the doors, enemies and friendlies alike. So make sure you don't block friendlies outside when installing one of those door blockers. The door blockers can be removed by the attackers and the defenders, however it takes 10 seconds to be removed, and the attackers will be quite exposed when doing so. If they try to remove the door blocker, you will hear them and have enough time to react and shoot through the door. I actually like combining the door blockers with the door trap, making the attackers think they have secured the door after removing the door blocker only to walk through a trap. And this is where the C2 breaching charge comes in. Quick to install, the C2 charge will obliterate everything installed on the door, both the door blocker as well as the trap, and obviously opening the door in the process. This will also enable you to open the door in a much safer way, and the rest of your team to prepare their gadgets such as flash grenades or just a hand grenade before breaching in. It is a C2 charge though, so don't expect to do much more damage unless someone is standing right behind it. With that said, also make sure none of your team members are standing in front of the door as you trigger the C2 charge. So all in all, those 4 new gadgets will change quite a few tactics and the pace of the game as well. As I was testing the new gadgets with the developers in a team of 5v5, I could tell how those door blockers were making things a lot harder for the attacking team, who had to adapt their strategies and find new ways to get in, mostly because they didn't think about taking a C2 charge with them. And I feel that those new gadgets are going to encourage players to get more specialized in something, as if you had class system in 0 hour. In a way, you would like to have each of your team members taking different gadgets, but always make sure you always have someone who is ready to put a C2 charge to counter the door blockers, 2 or 3 more members with the night visions who get it once the last member threw a flash into the room you're about to breach in. Last but not least, the defenders finally get a second main weapon, the MP7. As far as I know, the damage per projectile of the MP7 is the same as the MAC-10, but it has a slower rate of fire, thus a lower DPS. But it also comes with the silencer, something that defenders didn't have before, and something that was quite missing. However, the MP7 comes with only 5 mags, compared to 9 for the MAC-10, so go easy on the trigger, since you could run off ammo pretty quickly. A new map has been added to the game, Bank. Rather large, 4 floors, including one underground garage, several small rooms, a lot of glass windows and wooden doors. This new map is going to be an interesting challenge for existing zero-hour operators. Furthermore, this map includes a pretty unique feature, the security shutters. Closed by default, those shutters can be opened by the attacking team to provide more access points. It will, however, reveal your strategy unless you want to open the shutters to distract the defending team and make it a little bit harder for them to cover all angles. Bank also includes the usual breaker switch, which is located in the underground garage. The attackers get 3 different spawn points, one at the underground garage, so directly in the basement, one on the rooftop, and one at the ATM next to the security room. For the defenders, they get the usual 5 different spawn points at 3 different locations. So this is definitely an interesting content update, mostly because it adds a lot of different features that are going to change the way we're actually playing, attacking and defending on pretty much all maps. And this is the kind of really interesting updates that I like to see, stuff that are actually changing the gameplay. So this is it for this quick overview of this first major content update for 0 Hour. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the Road Foundation YouTube channel. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.